Alright, so tonight I'm going to go through and prune these back, the tomatoes. When I prune them, as you've seen me in the past, I have a fair many tomato videos, and this is one fruit that I really do enjoy growing. I don't like to eat them, but I do enjoy growing them. So to prune them, and I don't really worry too much about the droppings. They can stay right there and rot up. First thing you're going to do is go through and get all the suckers, and the suckers are these pieces right here that grow in the crotch. Make sure you get all them out of there. And you don't have to, but I do this, and I have some really good tomato plants. I'm worried about getting this to grow, not the plant to grow. My main focus is the flowers and the fruit. Normally, I would prune these up more, clear to here, because I got flowers right there. I'm not going to take them all the way up there because there's no fruit on them flowers yet. I'm just going to take up a couple more. I'm going to go through and prune them just like that. Every one of these I'm going to prune unless they don't have, of course about all of them got flowers on. The ones that have flowers on, I'll take them up almost to that. Then next week, when I come through and do this, so this is going to be like a weekly ritual throughout the summer then. So then you'll go to the next one. And I ain't sure how many I have in here. I have a fair many in here. And them small ones like that, I just break them off my finger. One thing is for sure though, these tomato plants truly make your fingers stink. If you don't, I mean, I don't know, maybe you like, my wife, she likes the smell of them. I personally don't. She does. But, so when I get that, I'm going to trellis them. And how I'm going to trellis them, let me get you back out here so I can hopefully get you focused in on what I'm doing. So I have a bunch of these. I have a fair many of these things. And what this is, this here hooks on the, always hook that on here. Oh, sorry. I'll hook this on the cattle panel, or you can hook it on whatever you want to hook it on. It don't have to be a cattle panel. I'm gonna hook it right directly above that one, right? And this. And then, all right, so I got my landscaping sticks, and by that I mean these staples that are used to hold down landscape fabric. So basically, what you want to do is you want to stick that in the ground right near the tomato plant, which what I should have did, but I never get a chance to do it that way. Is you can bury the string when you're when you're planting the tomato. You can just plant this right in the same hole, then you don't got to worry about it. And just push this in the ground. It'll go through the roots somewhat, but it ain't gonna hurt anything. And then just take this and then just wrap it. From this point on, every week you come through and prune it. And then once these get up to here, then I'll just weave them through here and I'll take these clear out. So I won't even use these tomahawks after they get so tall. Because I won't need them. Alright, so I got them all pruned. Twisted most of them. That was really long and saggy. Some of them aren't yet, so I didn't twist them. But they're all ready. So whenever they start growing and need twisted, which will probably be this weekend. So right now I'm gonna mix up a batch of fertilizer for them, with them, if that makes any sense. So what first thing you got in your bucket, a little bit of alfalfa pellets. Alfalfa is really good for nitrogen, and alfalfa, to my knowledge, is not GMO, and they don't usually spray it, so I ain't too concerned about any of that stuff. And then all your clippings, because everybody knows that the tomato grows, right? So it knows what it needs to make grow more tomatoes. So just throw your clippings in there. The best way to fertilize any plant is with itself, right? Not just tomatoes. You can do this with corn, you can do this with spinach, you can do it with lettuce, you can do it with whatever you want to. And you don't have to have alfalfa pellets, just whatever you have. And you can just use weeds. You don't even got to worry about tomatoes, leaves. But the tomatoes got everything in it that the tomato needs to grow. So you throw all this crap in a bucket. And if you get a little dirt in there, you get a little dirt in there, ain't no big deal. We've got a cherry tree that started growing. I'll throw it in there too. Like I said earlier, these tomatoes stink. My wife thinks they smell good, but they stink. So then take them and just break them up a little bit. Get them bruised up good. Then put some water in the bucket. So that's really all you need in there, just enough to cover it up. You let that sit for a week or so, stirring it every day or so. Best thing to do is put a lid or something on there so critters can't crawl down in there. Mosquitoes and that kind of thing. I'm probably just going to put a screen over top of it and let it set right here in this greenhouse. And then next week when I prune these again, I will dilute that. I will run that through the screen so all gets the water, not all the solids. And then I'll fill a bucket full of water, and that's what I'll use I'll give all the tomatoes in here a drink of that, and that's right there is the best fertilizer for tomatoes, that right there. So, and you don't have to use the alfalfa, you can use whatever. You don't have to use anything but the tomato leaves that you just pruned off, and it'll work great, trust me. That's how we do things, easy, free.
If you would have seen our tomatoes last year and how big they grew.
I'm all into cheap and free, so I'm a cheapskate, but I usually grow a pretty good garden. So anybody's got any questions, just let me know. We'll wrap this up, so make sure you check out our online store. And I got a bunch of tomato videos. I'll let a link to my tomato videos below, and this will go in that archive with the tomatoes. So till we meet again, take care and God bless.